I'm trying to decide if I want to go for a walk after this or go to the park, because I feel like lately and in the winter, I just go to the park quickly and then like I'm not really moving my body at all.
Sadie.
Sorry, babes.
Sadie's like, W-A-L-K. I know. Willow doesn't like walks anymore. She only wants to go to the park. Yeah. So and so I don't get to go on to my hot girl walks anymore.
Yeah, they don't like it as much either, but I also think it improves their behavior when we do more walks in the less park.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they're more structured.
Yeah, probably.
I was also in this like tapping session too. I was talking about like what things like help me. And I definitely think like a walk, especially just like after doing something like this, like I just have like pent up energy. Just like helps to kind of reset me.
It like resets the day, kind of like you're like, okay, I'm gonna go do this, and then when I come back I can restart
and focus.
Yeah.
Maggie, do you want to tell us about your trip?
Oh, sure. I don't know what else to say about it. I also just filmed a Q&A about it, so maybe that's why I filmed. Like, I just talked fully about it.
I mean, you did actually keep us updated while there, so I feel like I know more.
I tried more. I just actually put the no pressure on myself to just do whatever I felt like doing. And that was very nice. It was very fun. Like, I felt like a freaking celebrity, just the way that they treat you. Like, you walk in, you get a warm towel and some champagne. We got assigned a butler. His name was Enrique.
That's so awesome.
He's amazing. He literally, like, you give him your number, and then like he'll just text us throughout the day, like, where are you guys? What are you doing? And then there was the first day, or maybe the second day, he like kept texting us. Like, he's like, are you guys at the pool? Are you at the beach? And we're like, okay, Enrique, like, chill out. We're just trying to do what we're trying to do. But apparently it's because he went to our room to put all the rose petals and stuff. So he wanted to make sure that we were gone. But we were like, okay, chill out.
Chill, man. We like do not need this amount of service.
I didn't invite my parents for a reason.
Yeah, literally. But the service was like incredible. Like, you wouldn't even ask for a towel. First of all, they would just bring you the towels, but like they wouldn't give you the towel. They would need to lay it on your chair for you, and then they would take a second towel and fold it into a pillow for you. Like, just the most extreme service possible.
That's amazing.
This reminds me of something that we didn't talk about in the last episode, but White Lotus. Did you guys watch it?
No.
Oh my god.
I was deciding between starting Yellowstone and White Lotus.
It's so good.
I haven't committed to trying it again.
But I hear that people are disappointed because like the whole seasons are boring until the finale, is what I hear.
I think those people are losers who say that.
Okay, I mean, we have the same exact likes, so I'm sure I would like it if you.
I am obsessed with Jennifer Coolidge right now. Like,
I do love.
I want to know everything about her. She is just so funny and weird.
Is she the one that's like spreads the ashes in like the first or second?
Yeah. She is so funny.
That's goofy. And she was in Legally
Cinderella
Blonde.
Story.
Oh my god, Cinderella Story.
You're not very pretty and you're not very bright.
Oh my god, I love her.
Love her.
But yeah, Legally Blonde too.
Oh, love Legally Blonde. Those are the type of movies they just do not make.
No,
that's what I was thinking too. And like The Proposal.
I watched The Proposal the other day after you watched it. It was on.
Oh, wasn't it just so good?
Yeah, it's so cute. Fully lives up.
Ugh, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Oh, but then also on the trip, like, it kind of sucked because the first 2 days I drank a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I was literally watching what you were drinking, and I was like, "That's gonna be rough."
Like, I was keeping up with Cameron, and he's.
But you were having like so many sugary drinks, too. And I was like,
me always though too. Like, I only really like sugary drinks. So, oh my god, yeah, I was having Miami Vices, half strawberry daiquiris, half pina coladas.
Ooh,
Incredible.
interesting.
Also, a Dirty Monkey, new fave. It's like banana and chocolate. Everybody just had this chocolate drink, and I went up to the bartender. I was like, "What's that chocolate one? I need that." But then I kind of felt like shit after the first 2 days. And like, I
problem with drinking,
sick. But I was like, "Am I sick or hungover? I don't even know." So like, the last night was kind of like not like bad, but I just felt bad because we just went out to dinner quickly and like got room service also, like just more lazy. We didn't like take full advantage of the last night.
I hate the last night because you also have like this long ass travel day ahead of you, and it's hard not to like focus on that.
Exactly.
Having to wake up early.
I don't think I'm down for red eyes.
Why?
That's hard.
I didn't take into account the layover. So like we had a 5-hour flight overnight and then landed in New Jersey, and it was the morning, but in our time zone it was still like 4 a.m. So it was like weird because it was bright outside and we had to wait the 2-hour layover and then do another 5-hour flight. So like,
that would have been better just to do a full 10 hours.
If it was
or whatever.
straight, then I would probably be fine with it.
I still don't like any. Like, if I can avoid an overnight flight, I try to.
Yeah. But now I'm getting up like early because I feel like I'm like on East Coast time.
Yes.
So we've been like at 6 p.m. We're like exhausted. And then like today I woke up at like 5:30.
Oh my God, that's
like,
nice. That's why I love going to Hawaii, because my normal wake up time, like 9 o'clock would be 6 o'clock there. So it's like,
I want to go to Hawaii.
I can finally be a normal morning person in Hawaii.
Yeah. Okay, well, speaking of next year, welcome to another episode of So Glad We're Friends. I'm Maggie.
I'm Devon, eating McDonald's.
I'm Brittany. Not eating McDonald's.
Sadly.
Sadly.
This is our final episode of the year. 21 episodes.
So crazy.
Books. It's so crazy. I can't believe that we put out 21 episodes. Like, that's so freaking crazy.
That's really cool.
It.
We finally did it.
Yay!
It's very exciting. Do you want to start out with that? Oh, well, okay. So this episode, we're going to be just talking all about 2023, what we want to manifest for this year, what we want to change of our habits, things we want to start doing, goals we want to accomplish, etc. Should we start with podcast things?
Yeah.
I just had to burp.
You always got to burp after you're done with McDonald's.
What did you say? Should we start with?
Our podcast goals and stuff?
Yes. Are we going to like have some beef right now? Like,
I hope not.
Imagine this turns into us arguing about where we see the podcast going next year.
I hope not. I feel like I'm very proud of like what we've put out so far in 2022. So like I feel like it'll be fun we're taking a 2-week break, so you guys know, over the new year or whatever. So when we come back, it'll be season 2. We get like a little fresh start. I feel like that might be good for like bringing in new listeners because it's like the start of a new season.
Yeah, maybe some upgrades.
Yeah. Yes, definitely some upgrades. We have talked about hiring people to help us. So that's definitely goals for the new year because I don't know anything about sound. And a podcast is sound.
Yeah. I definitely noticed such a big difference between like other people's podcasts that are like really well produced and then the other ones that are so.
For sure.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a producer, just like almost a podcast expert that knows what to do in terms of marketing and that can like do our social media for us and also just like help us find an audience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to like keep figuring out what we like too with the podcast. Like, I feel like we really like the Q&A episodes and like just kind of chatting and catching up on life. And I feel like our audience really likes that too.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to like kind of have more of those.
Yeah, more. I like just the like episodes like this kind of where we just talk. Because that's how it started, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's
so true.
I like all the episodes.
Yeah.
I do too. I mean, every episode I edit, I'm like, okay, this is my new favorite. This is my new favorite. Do you guys have like dream guests for 2023? Is that something that we want to do more? Guests are such an odd thing in my brain. Like, I don't know what I prefer.
I know. That is a really good question.
I feel like I want more guests that are like experts are going to bring value to what we're talking about rather than like a big name or something, because I don't think people listen to our podcast to hear like, I mean, people listen to our podcast just to.
We could get him on, maybe. It's not fully inaccessible.
True. But yeah, I think people like, you know, when What We Said has like a guest on and you're kind of like, I don't even know who this is.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I don't even know. But if we had a pet psychic or something, then people will be like, oh, that's interesting, rather than like seeing a name that they don't know.
Because it's more still focused on us, kind of, in a way.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes. A pet psychic is in my top ones for the new year.
I forgot about that. Yeah. That would be fun. There's also, I don't know, I kind of like certain, if there's like a topic with a guest.
Yeah.
Even if people don't necessarily know them. Like, because you know how sometimes with like other podcasts, they're like, oh, it's just this person. And like, you either know them or you don't.
Yeah. And they're interviewing the person.
But if it's like a topic like, oh, we're going to talk about like this or that, I still think it's like kind of incorporates us as well as them.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we did with Caroline.
Yeah. It'd be fun to like get like somebody else who has a podcast too. Like a couple guests who have podcasts.
Yeah. I also would like, I think that we should make it a goal to go on other people's podcasts in the year. That would be really fun.
Yeah.
It's hard when there's three of us.
Yeah. But like you were saying before, like it could just be one of us that's like just going and then like we share the podcast.
Representing.
Yeah. But maybe we could do like at least one where all three of us go. And
that's a good goal.
Yeah, because people like our dynamic.
Yeah, exactly.
And they know what to expect then if they decide to listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
Like I said this already, but My Favorite Murder was on Anna Faris's podcast, and I liked them two together. They were funny. So then I was like, oh, I'm going to try listening to My Favorite Murder.
Yeah.
It converted you. That's interesting. That's good. I also would like to figure out just a better recording system, not only for the audio, but I mean like background wise. Like I want to possibly either if we start recording with like separate cameras outside
I would love to do
computer,
that.
so then it's like we can each set up like our own little studio. Like I love how the toast, it looks like they're in a room together. Like you can't even tell that they're virtual. And I thought that was something that I would not like after Jackie moved. Like I thought I'd be able to tell and it would be like such a huge change, and you literally can't. Like it looks like they're in the same room together. So it'd be so cool. What if we all like we could literally all get the same wallpaper in like a corner?
Yeah. And just because social media is so important in finding an audience, like having good video is really important, and I want to prioritize that for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious as to like the best setup and also just like the memory side of it too. You know what I mean? Like, how do you record an hour plus podcast? Like with a camera.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
You'd have to get
great point.
Oh.
But like that's like literally one of my biggest like questions. I'm like, how do they
also
that would actually stress me out.
Like my hard drive I got a terabyte filled. I already filled it.
Oh my god.
But like,
I didn't even think about
like,
that.
So confused as to how like something like Dear Media, like what do they use for storage?
Great question. So maybe we can make it a goal to talk to more people who have podcasts and try to like learn from them and see what the frick everyone else is doing.
I like that. I think that like maybe having a space for the community too.
Oh, I love that.
Should we make a Facebook?
Honestly, I think it could be a good idea.
Maybe also I was thinking like a website is probably smart.
Yeah,
like,
I was looking at, I was like so impressed with Bailey and Haley's website. Yeah. I was like, how the fuck did they already have because I mean, I guess like Devon, you know more about websites, so maybe it's not as like obscure to you.
I just don't see the value in a website. I don't even have a website. Like I have willowthecorgi.com and
that's a website.
I know, but like I haven't updated it for my new brand or anything. Like
I have like 50 people go on my website every day at least.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
That's pretty cool.
That's maybe okay. I'm not talking about myself, but maybe I should update
just
my website
so
next year.
I think it's kind of like, even if it wasn't like an intense website with all of this information, like kind of just like our link in bio that Britt made that looks incredible, like just putting that
I honestly, but like I think that if we have somebody that's editing the podcast, like for SEO purposes, like having the type, the episode linked on their website and everything isn't a bad idea.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the hardest part of a website is just making the commitment of like paying for it. Like my website costs like hundreds of dollars a year.
I know. I don't but like there's other people that it doesn't cost them anything. I'm like, what did you do differently?
True.
I'm paying for like everything under the sun.
Maybe you can do like not the premium features and all of that.
I don't even know that I have premium features. This is not,
yeah, I don't know.
I also big fucking massive goal for all of us to meet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought I didn't think that was the finished sentence. I thought for all of us to meet, I was like,
who do we gotta meet?
Yes, we need to do a freaking
in person
getaway. Yes. We need to do a retreat. Yes. That's what we should call it.
I would love that. Like that would be so fun, and I think it would help us plan and envision goals and everything to just be together.
Yeah, it would
Maybe
be
we should
so
try
fun.
and do that for like January or February then.
I could do it.
I'm down to make a push.
That sucks that you're going out of town during the Tulip Festival. Well, that's a whole month, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a long time. Did you plan when you're coming?
No, not yet. But
are you talking about me being out of town?
Yeah, Britt.
When am I?
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Am I in Montana?
Maybe it's in April, right?
It's in March and April. I think it's like the end of March, early April.
Yeah,
they announce it. It should
be.
But
you don't want to go too late because then the tulips will all be opened up and
and you also don't want to go too early.
Yeah.
I thought you meant for me going to Phoenix for Taylor in March.
Oh no, I remember we were talking about it, and Britt was like, "I'm just going to be out of town this week" or something like that, and I was like, "Oh, that's like the week that I wanted to go." But maybe we could.
Dang. We could also just go to like a third party location.
True.
Yeah.
Texas.
Austin, that would be fun.
We would have so much fun in Austin, like just a weekend.
Yeah.
We could probably get a hotel to collab with us.
Oh my god, yeah, totally.
That could be really fun.
We should look into that.
Yeah. Okay, so that's goal for Q1, I think.
I'm done.
I like to.
But I will be going to Phoenix twice in March. So
twice?
Maybe we got my dad Eagles tickets, which is on the 1st of March.
Oh.
And then the Taylor Swift concert is on the 17th of March.
Okay, well, we have to hang out.
Joe really wants to go to Phoenix. I don't know when he was thinking, but I could ask him about the first.
There's also all the waste management and stuff. I think Cameron's going for that. Like, because the Super Bowl and waste management and like several events are all happening in Phoenix the same week.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Let's think on it.
Yeah, let me know.
That would be fun.
Okay. What is something that you think that you did well in 2022, and how do you want to expand upon that in 2023? I can also go first if you want, because I already thought about it because I wrote it down.
Go for it.
I'm prepared. I think something that I improved on a lot this year is my friendships with people in Tucson and in Arizona and all over the freaking world. Like in 2021, I was very bad at secluding myself and just falling into my little hole where I'm like, I like being alone and I don't need to check in on these people or talk to these people. And I think something I did well this year was like really just like being a better friend and like checking in on people and answering FaceTimes and just communicating with my friends more.
Love that.
So I want to do better at that in 2023 also, and expand that to in-person friendships and hopefully make a friend group or like just try harder to make these friends because I feel like a lot of the times I try to plan something or something happens. Like we hung out with those friends and I really like them. And then it's like I tried to make another plans, but then if something falls through, then I'm like, they don't like me, they never want to hang out again.
I know.
So like I need to be better about just making the plans. Like I want to host, like it's my dream. Like I wish I just had casual friendships like I have with people in Arizona or like with you guys. Like I wish like people could just come over and watch a movie or be like, yeah, I'm watching Firefly Lane right now. Like, I want to come over and watch it with me, or like, let's have a board game night, or I'm cooking
just grab a drink,
come over and eat. Yeah, whatever. Like, I don't have that here, and that's something that I wish I had.
I want that too.
I really like that a lot. I think that's something. Sorry, Devon, you go.
I was just gonna say that's something I want to work on next year too.
Yeah, I think that this year I really like set the intention to reflect and process like just shit that happens and that I'm going through, and it's done so much for like learning more about myself and like being able to manage different emotions that come up and like be able to like kind of be more supportive of my friends, because I'm like not just sitting there like kind of like in my own head but not realizing why I'm in my own head like I was the year before. So I definitely want to continue to take that and like we were kind of talking about in the last episode, like just giving myself more space for that time and like not be so scared of my own mind.
Yeah. I think I did a pretty good job at like setting goals and trying to stick to them anyways, or like trying to stick to new habits. And obviously I just want to keep getting better at sticking to new habits that are good for me. Like I try to stay off my phone for the first hour in the morning, and I've been doing a pretty good job at doing that. Just things like that, or like trying to go to the gym once a week.
When you're off your phone, are you still playing something? Or like silent?
It just depends on the morning. Sometimes it'll be silent, and sometimes I've been playing Christmas music recently.
Oh, that's nice. Because that's what I struggle with is like, I'm fine. It's not even being on my phone, but like I need to play a podcast or something as soon as I wake up. Like, so I need to get better at just having nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Or do you have like a speaker or something that you could just like play music or a podcast and then just keep your phone away?
Yeah. That sounds very hard. Like you should be very proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Because that actually sounds extremely difficult.
Especially because like that's kind of what wakes me up in the morning. Is watching. So yeah, that's hard.
But music is nice, and I feel like it set a good mood for the day.
And then also, I think I did a good job like trying to push myself out of my comfort zone. I didn't do an amazing job, but like I did do scary things. Yeah, and I just want to keep doing that.
You definitely did.
Well, even like starting that process of like pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone is like such a process in and of itself. So the fact that you like began that process is amazing. And like now you just get to like build upon it instead of like having to start that like whole thing of like, okay, I have to try something new and scary. Like you are kind of like exercising that muscle already.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to like try even more this year too.
Yeah.
I definitely, on the note of the phone, I definitely want to work on like, I think it was like sometime this week, I just put my phone in another room, like in the bathroom. I just like left it and like forgot about it. And I was so much more productive.
Yes.
And
but why does it take so much willpower to put the phone away though? Like that's the hardest part. Once it's in a different room, then you're like, I have to do my, but like when you have your phone, it's so hard to go put it away.
Yeah. Literally my like power button stopped working yesterday. Like it got stuck. And so like I had to fix it today. I was like putting it underwater and stuff, like trying to scrub it out. But Cameron was like, why is there always something wrong with your phone? Like it's a new phone. What is going on? And I'm like, I think it's genuinely because it's on 24/7.
Yeah.
Like it's just getting powered through.
Seriously.
Yeah. But it's so crazy just like how much I just forget about my phone, like, and I don't waste time like checking things I don't really need to.
Even when I watch TV shows, I will go put my phone in my room and leave it there so that I will focus on the show and not be thinking about every second to check my phone.
No, that's so good. Like what you posted the other day about being on TikTok and watching a show or something. Like that's literally me. Like
and I think like doing it with like me and Joe started doing that too. Sometimes like we'll keep our phones like upstairs and we'll like go watch a TV show downstairs together. And I feel like it's helpful to like do that with somebody else too.
That's
then
nice.
like keep each other accountable for like not being on our phones.
We used to be much better at that. Like we had like not like a rule, but it was kind of like we put our phones on do not disturb like whenever we were in our room. And now we don't really do that anymore at all.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to be better about that.
Yeah.
I think even like at dinners and stuff too, like not having our phones like out, like just keeping them in our like pockets or something.
That's what my next question was going to be. What brought you happiness in 2022 and how can you carry some of those habits into 2023? And my answer is going to be like not scrolling as much, because just when I'm bored or I'm not even bored. I don't even know why, but when I'm scrolling through Instagram or scrolling through TikTok, like my brain is just not even like, I'm not even having a fun time. And I know it lowers my happiness like 100%. So I want to be better about that, like purposefully using my phone and like not just scrolling randomly, or like if I'm setting a time aside to go on TikTok, like be like, okay, I'm scrolling for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing right now.
That takes so much willpower.
Yeah.
So much. Because like even when I take breaks, like I take social media breaks on weekends, I usually don't do anything. But then when I'm still on Instagram over the weekend, I feel burnt out even when Monday starts, even though I didn't post anything, because it feels like I'm constantly still seeing everybody else and feeling like, oh, I should have been posting something.
You don't even like, you don't actually get the full break.
Yeah. Like I think I need to start just deleting the apps from my phone every time.
Yeah.
Like once a week or something, like have a no social media day once a week.
Yeah. That would be good. I love being in the mountains. So creating more time with that. Definitely creating more like friend time. So like whether it's like FaceTime dates or just like making time to make new friends here.
Wait, didn't you have a cookie making thing or what was it?
It's on Monday.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a cookie exchange. So doing stuff like that, like obviously it sucks. Like we like vote on dates of like when we're going to do stuff. And then it's just like majority wins whatever date it is. So I know I won't be able to make all of them, but trying to make all of those happen.
That's a cool idea.
Like, I love, like, I get so much energy from, like, even just, like, a FaceTime call with, like, one of my friends. And so making time to do that and, like, spending time with people like that. And, like, trying new restaurants and places, like, that just makes me so happy. Like, we did that on Friday.
I gotta be not going to new restaurants.
Really?
Saving my money.
I just love it. Like,
I love it too. It's the best.
To, like, try new things and
when you move somewhere new, like that's so fun that you like all the new places that you get to try, going to get drinks and appetizers. Yeah, that is one of the best activities of life.
For real, I love that.
Love it. When does ski season like end? Like you still got several months, right?
Yeah. One of the mountains that we have a season pass at, you can kind of like ski until like April, May, or June sometimes.
Oh, whoa.
Holy shit.
So,
because I was thinking with like brand collabs, if you have to like try to do it specifically in certain months.
Yeah. You know? This year, we're honestly like, it would be great to do a brand collab this year, but like for skiing, but really we want to just like kind of build up the portfolio and like figure out the style of content that we want to do. And like, practice, like kind of like with the photo shoots, like practice doing like photos, like when we're at the mountain, and like practice doing like videos and stuff. So it'll be great if we get something this year, but really like the goal is just to build relationships like this year and like get ready for everything next year.
Yeah.
I want to go skiing again this year.
I think I might. Like, that's really out of my comfort zone. But Cameron's never skied. He's only snowboarded. So he wants to try skiing. And I feel like that's my opportunity to both do lessons together, even though he'll pick it up in 2 freaking seconds. And I'm sure I'll be with the 4-year-olds the whole day. But, like, I feel like I need to just go. And, like, that's a huge push out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
It would be really fun. You should just come to Colorado and learn. Devon, did you already answer this?
What was the question again? What
brought you happiness in 2022 that you'll take to
I think I really love like my slow mornings. It's like my favorite part of the day, like opening up the kitchen, making my coffee, and just like sitting and either reading or just like planning out my day. That always brings me happiness.
I love that. Did you guys do like the word of the year? Have you ever done that?
Oh,
I think I did.
like I do
Like,
not.
the word
But I
to
think
focus on?
Catherine Manning does that usually.
My word for 2022 is balance, because I really
Ah.
wanted to be better about working more, but also like having fun in life. And I feel like having that word, like, it's not like I even thought of it frequently, but like I do think that I found a lot more balance this year, and that's something I want to have next year. But now I'm trying to think, what word should I pick for 2022?
Yeah,
I know. I need to figure out. I think I've said this before. I have this like manifestation sheet that I made. It was just like a bunch of like words and like random things. And I have no idea where it is. But it had my word of the year on it.
Oh,
I need to find that.
Yeah.
my word. I don't know. There's like a lot of words that I like. Uncomfortable, or I like balance too. Happiness. I just want to be happy.
I feel like mine, I need to like think on this more, but I think something about intention or slow down or patience.
I like that.
Patience is
Might
good.
be my
I was thinking like passion.
Find your passion, make it happen.
Yeah, I want to be more like passionate about the things in life. I think I have an on and off depression. It's hard sometimes to be passionate about things.
Yeah.
I really like the question, like, how can I cultivate more gratitude and appreciation in my daily life?
Oh, that's a good one.
Because I really, whenever I like sit in that gratitude or like just think of the things I'm grateful for, like kind of like what we were talking about, like when we looked back at the year, we're like, holy shit, we like did all of this stuff this year. Like, that's amazing. And I think if I can like do more of that on a regular basis, it just like helps to kind of get out of the downward spiral of like,
For
I'm
sure.
shit, I'm nothing, like I don't have anything to offer type of mentality.
Yeah, this actually just gave me an idea. A lot of the starts of each month, I like post on Instagram what my intentions for the month will be. And I feel like what we need to start focusing on is like everything we accomplished at the end of each month.
Yeah.
Like, that would be a cool post to like, instead of being like, this is what I hope I do this month, but this is all the things that I'm proud of from this month or something.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, because
like,
go ahead.
I was like, I don't know. Obviously, like writing it down every day is great, but I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we could even just start like one girl I know they have a good group chat where they like share, they just like voice note like what they're grateful for in the morning.
That's cute.
I love voice notes. It's an easy
I wonder if
way
we could
to,
like try and do that together.
Because I feel like I've gotten better. Like, I would write something that I'm thankful for every day. And like, I've gotten better about finding like those little things that make me happy. But then when I think of gratitude of like, I'm thankful for my family and friends and that I live in a house and have a roof over my head and can afford food. Like, those are very big picture ideas where I don't actually sit in the gratitude of that. I don't think because it's like, yeah, I'm thankful to have a house, but I don't think about so many people don't have a freaking house. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how. I think I want to start meditating more. I used to do meditation in like I don't even know, like in college at some point. I got into it for like a hot 6 months and I really enjoyed it. And I think that helped me and I want to do that more.
Yeah. Did you like listen to a meditation or did you just like kind of sit? Okay.
No, I did like headspace and stuff because it teaches you, like, I felt like it taught me how to meditate.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a really good idea. Like, because then it's not necessarily like you have to write something down, but it's rather like you're taking time for you and you can like sit.
But then is that meditating if you're having thoughts?
I think if anything that you're focused, anytime you focus on something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I kind of like that idea better than it's so daunting to try to sit and meditate and only think about your breath. Yeah, right. That's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like
sitting
when
and
they coach you through it.
visualizing your future or your day tomorrow or what you're grateful for. That's less
Yeah,
that's
overwhelming.
true. Or I even did when I was really scared to drive to the hair salon the other day and was freak out about it. Somebody told me to do a driving meditation, and I looked it up on YouTube, and there was so many, and it helped me so much.
Oh, wow.
It fully talks you through. I listened to it before I even left the house, but you can listen to it while you're driving. And oh my God, it calmed my mind so much. Having somebody talk you through it, and it made me feel like my feelings were valid.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is really awesome.
So I feel like there's probably meditations for a lot of things.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
But I like the voice note idea. I love voice memos.
Yes.
And sometimes, how your thoughts move so quickly, it's hard to write it out sometimes. If you just record how you're feeling, that's easier sometimes than writing. But then writing makes you slow down and process.
Yeah.
But
I know sometimes my journal entries are literally me just bouncing around my thoughts. I'll be I'm so excited about all the things I have coming up for December, but then I'm stressed because am I doing enough? And it's just all over the place.
Yeah.
I go back and forth everything.
I like the one of how can you be more kind and compassionate to yourself in the new year?
That's a good one.
Stop comparing myself to everyone else.
Yeah.
Which is impossible, but something I need to work on for sure. Staying in my own lane and not trying to be everything and everybody.
Mm-hmm. I think limiting scrolling helps me with that a lot.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when I feel overwhelmed, when I feel like I'm not doing enough, I'll get on TikTok as if I'm doing research or looking for ideas or
I say that too.
But it's just making me spiral.
Yeah. Because you can find ideas in a lot of places.
Yeah.
And find inspiration.
Yeah. And again, just be you and nobody else. You don't need to see what everybody else is doing all the time.
Yeah. I think learning more of being or learning more about when I'm experiencing those kind of spirals or those because I'll get in those mindsets where I literally just have so many horrible thoughts about myself where I'm why, what are you doing? Why are you thinking like this? I think something that has helped is telling Joe kind of when I'm in those moments and he can kind of say something to help me snap out of it, even if it's why are you feeling like that?
Yeah.
But I think that is a big one for me is and just taking more time for myself.
That's really good. I just saw a video that was about our thoughts and just how a lot of the times you think that your thoughts are yourself, that their ideas coming from you, but in reality your thoughts are fully input from outside and pinpointing in your mind what is even real, is this actually a thought that I have or is this just popping into my mind randomly? So I just got a lot of wild thoughts.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's very interesting when you think about it.
Yeah.
I think also just treating myself how I treat my friends more or a little girl. If you think about your little self, it's okay, you would never say that stuff to your friend or to a little girl.
Yeah. I think that just requires becoming aware of yourself.
Yeah,
and aware that you're having those
right?
mean thoughts.
Yeah.
And then, you can take a step back.
Yeah. But you tried the thing where you put a picture up of yourself, right?
Oh,
didn't you do that?
Yeah.
That didn't help?
It doesn't really help, but
I haven't tried that yet. I haven't tried. That's a good one. I
Yeah,
feel if I put that in my
life-changing.
bathroom, when I wake up in the morning, I see that might do something.
That's good.
I also like the one of how can I make space for more fun, play, and imagination and creativity over the next year.
Oh yeah, that's I think something that I want to try to do next year and would also be a good content piece because I can't not think about work, is like just trying to do something either scary or fun or spontaneous, like once a week. Like you got to do something interesting this week, just because like life just becomes so mundane and we do the same thing every single day and it just becomes like a blur. And to take time to like, I just saw on like my Instagram or something that there's like a candle making studio in Arizona, fun. Like doing like random things like that, trying new things or trying new hobbies or like trying to paint something or just like
exactly. Like, that's why I loved doing the happiness month, because it like forced me to do something every day. And then I think like after that happened, I kind of started to fall off that at the end of the year, because like you really do need to do those fun things on weekdays, or else it just fully blends together, and then you're like, ugh, another week done. Yeah, like we just get into the routine of watching TV after work, and then you go to bed, and then it's the next day.
Sounds so depressing.
I really want to keep thinking about the different things I'm doing on a regular basis, and like how can I make them more fun and enjoyable. Like that's kind of like how I came up with the pitching party. Like I was like, how can I make this more fun? Like it's sometimes really hard to like think about sitting down and like writing an email to somebody, but like if you can do it with a group of people, or like I don't know, even like how can I have more fun like recording content or like editing content, or I don't know, whatever it is. And sometimes it's something as easy as like just going to a coffee shop and like working, because like that makes it more fun to like go work at a coffee shop instead of at home. So just thinking about like all the different things I'm doing and like how can I make this more fun and enjoyable for myself.
Yeah, I love that. Also, just like making the boring day fun.
Yeah. What do I need to release in my life? How can I let go of these things, experiences, people's belief, and make space for something new?
I really need to work on releasing this like idea that I'm not enough or not doing enough.
Oh my God, me too.
Yeah.
Because it's something that like we've talked a lot about in my like tapping coaching sessions, of just like a lot of the things that I talk about like are all kind of the deeper rooted thing is like not feeling worthy enough or not feeling like I'm doing enough. And so I need to continue to like figure out how to release that.
Yeah, me too. I've been struggling with that since before I even quit my job. Like,
honestly, like I've always just thought like that is just a feeling that is forever. I don't know if that's true. I've just always felt that my whole life, and it's just changed throughout whatever I'm doing. Like it was in school, and then it's in college, and then it's your career. Like I don't know how to fix that,
because like it is driving you, like it's ambition.
That's true. Because if you don't feel like you're doing enough, then you just would stop doing things.
Yeah. I feel like there's a difference between self-motivation and ambition and like not feeling like you're doing enough. Yeah. But it is an interesting thing to like distinguish those two things, because they're probably like very much like intertwined. But I think a lot of the time we, as a society, I feel like we just place so much emphasis on like, how can we improve? How can we improve? So it really like cultivates that like you're not doing enough, or you're not worthy enough, or like you haven't done enough, because it's always like no one's really teaching you to focus on all the things that you are great at. Yeah. If you think about like your performance reviews or like traditional performance reviews, like you really don't talk, you do like 5 minutes of what you did great, and the rest of it's like, where can you improve? Like, what are your goals to make these improvements? And like,
but even then, during those things, like I would cry in student teacher conferences when they're like telling me what a great student I am, but like it would just be like, no, that's not true. Or like when I was a server and having performance evaluations, the same thing. Like that's like one of the hardest things. Yeah, I guess it's self-esteem and like confidence in your own abilities and that you are doing enough.
But this is the big thing that we like talked about today. That was I was like, holy fuck, like this makes so much sense. But like, because you like just run yourself into this like horrible cycle, because you get so burnt out, because you're like constantly trying to like put more on your plate. And then it's just like this vicious cycle where you're like, but I'm still not doing enough.
Yep. But it's
then
crazy,
you're burnt out.
Because even when we're talking about this right now, like I'm thinking like, But that doesn't apply to me. Like, I'm lazy. I need to be doing more. I need to be working more. I need to be doing all these other things that everybody else is doing.
Do you make daily lists of the things that you want to do every day?
Yes. What's been helping me more though, lately I've been making weekly lists. And that's been like helping me more, I think. Yeah. Because it's like if I have a day where I don't get what I thought done, it's okay because like I know I'll finish it by the end of the week.
Yeah. And then you can like brain dump all the things you need to do in that week. And
it still feels like hard. Like I don't like,
well, I think what you need to do
all day, I compare myself. Like I'm like, I worked today, but did I work?
Yeah.
Like I don't know why.
But your job is different than his job, and also being creative is so much more, it requires so much more energy to be creative than to like do any other job. And like actually Ellie Goulding was recently interviewed and she was saying like I have some days where I write music and I have some days where I don't do any music at all because I can't be creative every day.
Yeah,
that's because it takes up, it's so much energy to be creative. So like it's like even musicians and actors, they're not freaking putting 100% into their job every single day because they physically can't. So why do we think we need to, just because we're on social media needing to be turning out content?
Yeah, they do like one movie a year.
Yeah, and then they have like 4 months off. Like,
yeah, that's actually very true.
It's just, I think you have to change your mindset to, you know, you're not doing a 9 to 5 job.
That's very hard.
I know.
Okay, that's what I want to let go of.
Maybe do tapping and think about it. Yeah. But something that's been helping me is like, I'll do a brain dump of everything I want to get done in 1 week, but then I will, under each day the night before, put down like the 3 things that I want to get done that day. And it feels good. It just helps me. I've been doing it for like a couple weeks now only, but it helps me feel so much better by the end of the day that I just got those 3 things done. Yeah.
I like that. I also, so like I've been meeting with like my OBM on Mondays now.
Like OBGYN.
No. A weekly appointment with my and we like talk about kind of like the bigger goal of the week. And then and then she can like break down like, okay, Brittany wants to accomplish this week. So like these are kind of the other things that like everyone else can be doing or like that I have to do. And
I like that.
I feel like anyone can really like have almost that meeting with themselves. Like it's just you and yourself, like, and you kind of run through, okay, here's like the bigger picture of the week. And like, here are kind of the smaller tasks within those.
And also like feeling, I just had this idea, like to feel like you're working towards your goals as well. Like your big term goals is like put at the top of your monthly calendar or whatever, like the big goal. Like I'm working towards starting a newsletter, and every week do one thing that's helping you get to that long-term goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then eventually after a few weeks, you will have reached it,
done steps. Yeah.
That is a good idea.
I'm going to start doing that next year. That's
yeah, I would like
the next
to focus
resolution
on
for me.
That's really good. Is there anything like you want to figure out about yourself or like top priorities, either mental health, physical health, whatever, in the new year?
Both.
Yeah.
I haven't had health insurance all year. So I paid my first month payment or whatever. So I have health insurance for next year. So I'm going to go to all the doctors.
Wait, do you mind sharing? I can cut it out of how much you pay now.
I think it's a month. Yeah.
Because I'm going to have to get it if we don't get married in 2023. I'm going to turn 26 in 2024. So I'll need to get my own for like a while.
Yeah, it's
ridiculous. I think that's expensive.
I know, but I'm paying off my car this month. So that will be gone.
Wait, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's congrats.
Thanks. I actually went this morning to go and pay it off. Like I was like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to pull the trigger. I have enough money. It's fine. And I pressed submit and they're like, you exceeded today's bank withdrawal limit or something.
Oh, fuck.
What the fuck? So I just put $5,000 towards it and I'll just do the rest.
That's amazing though.
Later next week, awesome. I guess.
Definitely something to be proud of.
Yeah.
Do you not get a fine for not paying health insurance this year?
I don't think so.
You don't have to have health insurance.
I thought you like had to.
I think you might have when Obamacare first started, but I don't think that.
Or like you had to
Trump
have
got rid of
something.
it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the more people that like pay into the health insurance, like it makes everybody else's deductible or something go down. I don't know. That might be wrong. But
that's so interesting though when they're like private insurance companies. Like,
yeah, I know that that's not a thing anymore. But I will get like my health insurance will be tax deductible.
Yeah.
And it's coming out of my business account, not my regular checking account. So I'm not really going to notice it as much.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
I really want to work on figuring out like what foods work well with me and what like
I love that.
Because I really think that like it does play a major role in like my anxiety, like my overall mood, my like brain function.
Have you taken a food sensitivity test or anything?
No. I know that like doing an elimination diet could really help.
Yeah, that's the worst though. Like
really hard to do. So I need to figure out, I guess I should like figure out the plan of like how I'm going to do that so I can kind of get started on it at the new year.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do one of those tests.
My sister did Everly well and it like didn't give her any
like it doesn't fully share.
Yeah, it's just like a bunch of like, oh, you might be sensitive to this, and this. Like it's
My mom did it through the actual doctor and she got
okay. Was it helpful?
Yeah, it was like random things. I think like mangoes and walnuts or something.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like there's some people that have like really bad sensitivities to like nuts and it's like, you know, some people that's like supposed to be like healthy.
Yeah,
so it's like one of those things where, but the best thing, like Gracie Norton is another like TikTok person that she talks a lot about like her like food sensitivity journey and everything. But like it's cool because once you like heal your gut more, you can like start eating those things that used to like cause more inflammation or like make your stomach upset. But you have to like first you have to like heal your gut and then you can start adding in other things back in. But
interesting.
Such a process. But I definitely want to like figure out more of those foods that don't really serve me as well because I know it really affects like even just my confidence too. You know, like if I'm not like if I feel bloated that day or something, like I'm not really gonna want to like dress up or like.
And it's crazy how much certain foods like can make you way more bloated. It's really crazy.
Yeah. So I definitely want to do that.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, I definitely want to do that also. That would be really cool to do. I feel very overwhelmed, I think, at like physical and mental health. And how they relate to each other because I feel like one of my main goals is definitely going back to therapy and I don't know if I need like a diagnosis. I don't know what I even want, but like it's just very confusing to me. I just posted this about on my Instagram, but I stopped taking my anxiety medication, which was not the smartest choice, I don't think, because I just haven't felt my best. But I've been on birth control for about to hit 10 years, and it's just really weird to me in my brain where I'm like, I don't know how I am off of any medication since I was 15 years old, and I don't know what if my birth control is just fully causing anxiety and depression this whole time? Like, what if it was just that? So it's
that would be crazy.
Yeah, like that would be so crazy.
I don't unfortunately think that that's going to be the case.
I mean, I don't really think so either. So I talked to Cameron about it last night because I was like, I had a little mental breakdown during the day yesterday because I was just thinking about all of it. Because it's like, I don't know if I have ADHD. Well, I know I have ADHD, but then like now I'm thinking I really have OCD. Or at least those like thoughts and stuff. I don't know if that's just anxiety or OCD or if I need to be on a different medication or I just don't freaking know. So one of my goals is like to talk to therapists and my doctors and figure out what's best for me at this point and like how to fix these things. And I think I decided I'm just going to wait to get off birth control at least till after I'm married because like I just really don't want to get pregnant.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I wasn't very good about like being consistent with my birth control.
Birth control stabilizes your hormones. So like typically like you have your period and your progesterone and your estrogen all drops, and then your estrogen starts going up, and then your progesterone starts going up, and then they drop again. It's like a roller coaster. But when you're on birth control, it's much more stable. So like my mood swings are much worse now that I'm not on birth control. Whereas when I was on birth control, I was just like a steady.
That's
like,
what's
like a man,
interesting
probably.
to me. No, that's what's crazy though. Like that's what I want to know, because I was off birth control for like a brief period, or I tried just different birth controls. Like I was on a different pill. And when I was not on it the last time, I think I was like 16 or 17, and I had my period for 9 months, and it was like horrible. Like I just hated it. And so I have a fear that if I got off birth control again, it would just be like you're saying, just irregular hormones and period. And like,
I felt like though something was like influencing my mood with birth control though, and that's like initially why I got off of it, and then I've just been off of it ever since.
I think it does for some people, but if you've been on the pill for 10 years, like it's probably good, as long as you don't have a hole in your heart, which is going to lead to having a stroke like me. Like the pill is good for a lot of people.
Let's hope not. But I would love that. I would like a freaking full body scan.
Oh my god, you know they have those
too. I just want to know everything like that's in my body. And like,
this girl that I follow went and did a full body scan in Dallas, but it was just like to check for, actually I don't even know all that it checks for, but it checks for a ton of stuff.
I wonder how it measures inflammation.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would like that,
but it's like expensive. But
I can only imagine it would be like super expensive. What?
I heard noise and thought that he was chewing something in the other room, but then when I went in there, he just emerged from the bathroom all sleepy.
Aw.
Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. I thought you were being naughty. Sorry, but yeah, it's like a lot to figure out. Yeah, but I saw this other girl, she posted this TikTok, and it was like about her anxiety and thoughts and whatnot. And she's like, I used to want a full body scan, and now I don't think about that stuff anymore. Like she's like, her health anxiety just isn't really happening anymore, and that's something I guess I want to focus on. Is there anything like in your behavior you want to change, or like just the way you act as a person?
Stop being afraid of like connecting with people.
Oh, I like that. What do you is it like the vulnerability or what?
Yeah, I think so.
In friendships and dating, or mostly dating?
Yeah, and friendships and dating.
Do you think it's just like a fear of like just like letting people in, or is it like that if people really knew you, you would like they wouldn't like you?
I don't know. Like I'm just afraid to hang out with people that I'm not comfortable with, and I guess I'm not really sure why. So I guess that would be a good thing to talk about in therapy, is to like figure out why exactly I'm so afraid of like being around people that's not like my family or close friends.
Yeah,
I hate that too. I think it's of them not liking me. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Because I whenever I'm hanging out with someone one-on-one or someone that I don't know, I'm like thinking of the things I'm saying, and I'm like, fuck, that was so stupid. Why did I say that? Yeah.
But then like, who cares if they like you or not? Like just go and hang out and see, like, you know, realistically in your brain, you're like, who cares if we're not a match, then it doesn't matter if they like me. But
yeah, even with dating, it's like, why the fuck it shouldn't matter if they like you. It should matter if you like them.
Yeah.
So why do we care so much?
Yeah. So that would be interesting to uncover. I just want to be like unapologetically me and just like confident, asking people questions, and you know, that will never be me, but that would be
I
nice.
know. Oh, I wish I was like that.
Definitely. So I want to work on my confidence.
Though.
Yeah.
Because like I often find myself too, sometimes even like recording the podcast, but mostly like just talking to people randomly, where I like start to say something and I'm like, fuck, that was stupid. And I like trail off at the end of my sentence or like get quiet. Yeah. And I'm like, why did I do that? Like I need to be more confident with just everything I'm saying.
Yeah. And I think people think that I'm confident. Like I kind of come off as confident.
Mm-hmm. You do.
Maybe just because I'm quiet, and like it just seems like I'm just like, you know, into myself or something. I don't know. But like, I think I have such low self-esteem, honestly. And that's something that people don't like recognize about me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe one thing that could help, Devon, is like just like thinking about friends that you've made in the past and like what your ideal friend looks like, and being not like holding it to like a rigid standard, but you know, like what type of things do they do, like what, you know, personality traits do
manifest a friend,
like kind of, but also just like being able to almost recognize like what makes you feel the most comfortable with somebody new. Like,
yeah.
And you can kind of, you know, when maybe you're texting them before you meet up or something, or like when you first hang out, you can like see if they have some of those qualities to kind of give you like a, hey, this is like maybe a safe person that I can like open up to, or like they'll understand me more.
Yeah.
Did it take you a while to be vulnerable in those deeper friendships?
No. Not in a friend level.
Because that's what I feel like you're vulnerable with us.
Yeah, it's easy to like open up to people once I'm comfortable with them. Like I could tell you guys literally anything, and I'm not like worried about like, that. But
finding who
I'm also like that with strangers. Like if I'm like drunk at a bar, like I'll tell you my whole life story. But then for some reason, if it's like an actual friend, then I don't. Do you want to focus on dating this year, or do you think just more on?
I want to try dating.
Devon does dating.
I love that. Devon does dating. DDD. Good content. There you go.
All about the content.
I just don't understand. Like, I've been seeing this trend on TikTok where people talk about how many dates they've been on this year and stuff. And like, people have been on like 30 dates or dated 30 different people. I'm like, how much fucking time and effort are you putting into trying to find someone to date? Because I do not have that time for that, or I just don't have the willpower to like put any energy into that.
I wonder if you focused more, because I was just talking to one of my friends about this, because she's like wants to focus on dating and stuff, and she's like, just genuinely how? Like, how do I go about that? Because it's like apps are bleak. Like, I'm sure that's just very hard, and then that makes it harder, I think, to meet up with someone. Like, I'd be much more scared to meet up with someone through an app that I barely talk to. I don't know, but I feel like maybe like setups is the way to go. Like, where I don't
have any friends. Who's going to set me up? Like dating apps is my only option right now.
But like, I feel like you're on the dating app though, like you have to just really be like you, and like not try and like make a profile that you think someone's gonna like, and more just like keep your profile like really like reflecting who you are as a person.
I think I did that. I do that, but I don't check it. I'm not like on it every day looking at my messages or swiping. Like I don't like doing that. So
I wonder if you focused on friendships or even looked at dating apps as for the friendships, like then where you'd meet more groups of friends, where then you'd meet like people within those groups.
Yeah.
That you might like.
If I set my mind to it, I can do it. I just need to set my mind to it.
I feel like you have to get the first date out of the way, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just have to do one date.
Devon does.
I'm like really excited for this.
What if we did a series on a podcast?
Of what would the series
be?
Oh
my god. Like we find we have people send us applications. Series? Yeah.
Like Monica and Just Love Boys.
Yeah, like we pick like a few people, and then you like text those people for like a week, and then the next episode we like talk about just the texting, and then you like go on a date with them.
That would be fun.
That would be so fun.
I would.
That would maybe pull a bigger audience.
Yeah,
Devon, no, we're just trying to find you the love of your life.
Here, just like trying to be famous. Like
she's just thinking about content. We're trying to get you married.
We're trying to get a ring.
No, but I definitely I feel like my life this year was definitely missing like connection. I was lonely a lot. My best friend has like severe anxiety and like can never hang out with me anymore. So I've just been like very lonely, and I want someone, whether it be a best friend or someone that I'm dating, like
hopefully it'd be the same.
That's hope. That would be perfect. So yeah, that's something. That's a goal of next year, and I'm gonna like put my mind to it, because like I said, if I put my mind to something, I will fucking do it. So
yeah,
I just have to want to do it, you know?
Yeah, and that's for sure getting out of your comfort zone. But also you could try new things with that. Like what if you did Devon Does Dating, and then like that class you were talking about, what was it? Painting mugs? What did you do?
Oh, the candle?
Yeah, candle making. Like you bring them to make the candles.
Yeah. Should I hire a documentary crew?
Yes.
This reminds me of Chelsea Handler's series on Netflix called Chelsea Does.
I loved that series.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. There's also this like random book of like art stuff, or like I think it's what is it? I'll have to look it up. But it kind of like challenges you to do different like things every week or something.
That'd be cool. Like the adventure book or something?
It's not the adventure book, it's something. I'll have to like look it back up.
Also, if it's like rejection that you're scared of, then you could do all those like rejection therapy things that people do where they just like go
I don't think I could do that. That would be
either.
so scary.
But
did you see there's a girl on TikTok doing it right now, and she went into a mattress firm and asked if she could do the elf scene.
And they let her.
A lot of things that she has asked to do, they let her do. Like she asked to go in to speak over the loud speaker or whatever in a grocery store or something. They're like, sure. Like she's been getting told yes instead of rejected.
Wait, what is this?
There's just this girl on TikTok that's doing rejection therapy, and every day she has to go and like do something.
Is this like
to
a
get
legit
rejected.
therapy, or it's like something she made up?
No, it's a legit therapy, but a lot of people do it on TikTok. Like, but it's a form of therapy. Like you could do it in a therapist's office also. It's kind of like exposure therapy.
Yeah. So you just go and get rejected, and then you slowly learn that like you're not going to die if someone says no to you.
Yeah. Did you see the one? There's this girl. She's just like laying in the street in pajamas. Like,
yes.
And she's just doing it because she's like, nobody's going to care actually that I'm just doing this, even though it feels wildly embarrassing.
Maybe
damn.
I'm working my way up to being able to do a series about that. But first we'll do Devon Does Dating.
That'd be so cool. Damn, I wish we could do these things like in person together because there's so many things that I would want to try too.
I know. That'd be so fun.
Bummer.
I love it.
I feel like I've just been like irritable lately a lot, and I feel like I take out that on Cameron quite frequently. Where like I'm not even mad or upset with him, but it's like he's just there. And a lot of times when he comes home from work, I'm like vibing in my space all day. I have my podcast on. I'm like chilling, and then like he gets home and it's almost like it like disturbs my environment, and then I get like snappy, and it's like, why am I acting like that? Like I am happy to see him. I should be like, I don't know. I just want to practice like being nicer and not such a meanie to him sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do the same thing because my sister has like Tuesdays off. And Fridays. So great, tomorrow too. But like I'll be out in the living room listening to a podcast, like vibing, totally like what you just said. And then she'll get up and she'll walk out to the living room. And it's like this passive aggressive, like who's gonna maintain the living room fight with her. And eventually if I go into my office, she starts blasting TV, and it's like, okay, well, my whole time working is screwed now. I can't work in the living room or the kitchen now because she's watching TV on the couch all goddamn day. Like I just get so angry once she gets up in the morning on a Tuesday because I'm like, cool, my day's over.
I feel that. That would be really hard. I'm like thankful that he no longer works from home because I experienced a lot of that when he did.
Yeah.
So now it's more just like after work.
It's so hard. But like what I've been kind of doing is planning an editing day for Tuesday afternoon or whatever, so that I can just be prepared that like I'm not gonna so
that's exactly what I would do.
I think I would like be better about just like knowing what type of mood I'm in, and like if I can be approached, because I get in these like moods where I'm like very
is it okay to approach me right now?
But it is, because I like get so
that's really good. I like that a lot.
Flustered and annoyed and like bitchy,
and I'm bad about communicating that.
Like, yes, exactly. Like I have to. So I think that I need to like. One thing we kind of talked about is like, you know, if we're in our offices with like the door shut, it means like don't come in, like don't bother me. But I'm a weirdo and I like to like literally work all over the house. Like I work on the kitchen table, I work like on the couch, I work in like our kitchen nook and in bed and in the office sometimes. So it's like, I think I need to like just do better about like if I'm in one of those moods where like I'm just like laser focused, or like I'm like in the midst of something, just going in the office and like shutting the door or something.
Yeah, like I need to just say like, oh, I'm actually feeling very annoyed right now. It has nothing to do with you, but I need time alone right now or something. Because also Cameron used to play a lot of video games with his friends, and since like September they just stopped. Like his friends just don't play the video games anymore. Now they're playing Clash of Clans on their phones. So that used to be like my alone time, is like I knew at least once a week I had like a night to myself. Now I don't really have that at all. So I need to be better about saying like I actually still want this night to myself, even if I'm just reading or watching these YouTube videos that I wanted or something. Like I need to just say that and not feel bad about it, because like there's nothing to feel bad about. Like,
yeah, totally.
Yeah, I also feel like I need like to sense when Joe needs like alone time too.
Yeah, same.
Because I would be with him every second of every day if it was possible.
Yeah.
And he is not that way, which is fine.
I think my biggest goal for next year, aside from like getting out of my comfort zone, but like work wise, is to ask for help. And like, I don't know, I just had this realization that you can only get so good by yourself, and then you need people to help
Brittany's
you.
Telling us this all year.
It didn't. Yeah, I had to realize it on my own. Nobody could make me realize it.
Literally is so funny. Like the things that you have to just like connect the dots for yourself.
Actually, I was watching Alicia Marie's Vlogmas. Like it was behind the scenes of prepping for Vlogmas, and she had like 10 people there working for her doing this photo shoot, like assistants and all this stuff. And I'm like, this is how you get big, is you have to have people who are experts in their fields helping you look good. And so like definitely want to hire people on my team, like a photographer and like someone to help me like content strategy.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with like I need to lose my ego a little bit, like because I think that I'm the best at everything. I'm like,
I don't trust anyone.
Yeah, but like I need to. You're right. You need to think about it of like they're a professional at this, or they're really experienced in this, of something I might be lacking in, like the audio.
And you can't do it all by yourself.
Something. Yeah, and like it could very much improve it. So like, why wouldn't I want it to be improved?
Yeah.
I also, the other thing from my like thing today was like, again, with the enoughness and like not being worthy enough or like not doing enough, is like that came up like with delegating things to my team too, because I'm like, oh, like if I'm not doing this, like if like are they gonna think like I'm not doing enough in my like own business? But it's like
because you're delegating too much, you mean, or like you're
or like I'm just delegating period, like and it's like, well, no, like this is what having a team is like, and it allows me to like have more balance in my own life and like show up for more people.
I see how that would be a struggle.
It's something
but it's all a mindset change, like exactly what you just said. One of my goals, I feel like I started the last goal saying the same thing, but I really want to start bringing more color into my house and like making my house more fun. Like I want to do a wallpaper in my office, and I want to do a wallpaper like in the back, the front of my house in my kitchen. I just like, and like just buying accessories and stuff, decor that's more colorful, because like my house is so muted, and I wanted it to be that way for photos and stuff because I wanted everything to be white. But now, like, I want it to be interesting, not basic
and fun.
Yeah,
I agree.
Really fun.
It's hard because well, first of all, I forgot that my biggest focus and goal is buying a house next year. Like that's our number one
next year
goal. Yeah, like in 2023.
Awesome. Oh, that's so exciting.
Hopefully by June is like the goal. That's when our lease ends. But I have zero savings right now. I need to be better about my financial habits, and like we often, especially because it's like I get these big chunks of money, I pay off our credit card, then that's gone, then I use the credit card again. While I have no money, it builds up, then I get another big chunk in, and it's just like a bad cycle. So I want to be a lot better about when I get those big chunks of money in, like putting money aside and just like being like, okay, this is rent for next month and this is rent for the following month and whatever. So that way I'm not like either have thousands of dollars or I'm broke. Like I want there to be a better in between.
Having separate accounts really helps with that. I think I already talked about that, but
opening my business account this year like definitely helped, but it did give me a new business credit card, which added to credit. But I want to like really, like we're really gonna focus on saving money and like not going out to eat as much, because food is like our number one spender thing and ordering food, door dashing food all the fucking time. But yeah, I just want to like be fiscal. Like a lot of the times we have like cereal, or I can make eggs to eat at night, or I could make bean burritos or something, and instead I'm like, no, let's DoorDash food. We don't have anything.
Yeah,
like, I could be better about just being more
planning
fiscal.
like the food.
Yeah, just like not needing to get the McDonald's.
Yeah, or not needing to use the DoorDash like today.
Exactly.
If I would have just gone to McDonald's, I would have spent $10, but instead I spent $25 because I wanted it delivered to my door.
Yeah, like I need to delete DoorDash, honestly. But yeah,
I delete I delete the ordering apps like all the time. But then like when I really want something, I like re-download it. Yeah. I'm like, I'm fucking ordering this. I want to.
I deserve it.
Sometimes it's so hard though when you want it so bad. Like the other day when we got Olive Garden, like I was like, I need Olive Garden. Like I need it. Like, and I spent fucking $90. Like
that is so funny. I really want to save for the renovation, and I also really want to buy like a mountain property.
That'd be incredible.
Ooh, yeah, good. Start setting those goals now. I want to buy a house in 2024, so I'm going to be saving as much as I can.
Yeah. I also have to plan a whole ass fucking wedding.
Oh my god.
That's a big one. Yeah. I feel like one thing I need to do is just like talk to my lender and be able to like understand what I need for an investment property versus like a different house.
Yeah.
Because I want it to be like an investment property, but we like go, whenever we want to go skiing.
Oh,
yeah. And there's like,
but there's like other implications of like interest rates and like what your debt to income ratio and all that stuff has to be.
And like whether you have to pay a certain tax on it.
Yeah.
If you don't live there versus if you do live there.
Yeah. So that's what I need to like figure out with her.
Yeah.
But also what you were just saying about making your house more colorful, like, because that's what, when I buy a house, we'll probably end up using our first house as like either a long-term rental property, most likely. So it's like, I can't necessarily make it all colorful and all the not appliances, but like, I don't know, all the details that I'd want actually. Like I have to make it kind of more basic for a long-term living situation.
You could still do like wallpaper or like just colorful.
Yeah.
Like,
or at least in our bedroom and my
bedding
office.
And yeah, like in my kitchen, I just want to get like colorful mugs.
Get the Smeg
something.
Yeah, get like a Smeg water boiler.
Yeah, something a pop of color.
That would be cute.
Here or there, but yeah, you can still make it colorful without like having to paint the walls bright pink.
That's true. I guess that's just my go-to.
It's not like you want pink cabinets or something.
I do kind of want colorful cabinets. Like not pink, but like I don't know. I either like very, very colorful style or like a minimalism, like that, like light wood and like white style.
That's what I really want to do for this house. Is like whites, blacks, and wood.
Yeah,
and like greenery.
Yes, I love that really style.
Pretty. But
see, I love so many things.
I can't like my imagination doesn't really like let me like think about what color like would look like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people just make it work.
When I buy a new house, I really want to be able to afford some kind of design service to make everything perfect.
Cohesive.
Like a set.
Yeah.
I was just watching that new, or it's like season 4. What is it called? Like My Dream Makeover.
Dream
Makeover. Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the episodes, the people were saying that they spent $10,000 to hire them on the room that they redid for her. And I was like, that actually seems not that bad to work with them.
Oh yeah,
to do a full room.
And that was, I think, the supplies. That was like the budget for the supplies, not necessarily to hire them.
There are a lot of
$10,000 to do a room is like pretty good.
A lot of graphic design agencies now offer like virtual type of like, let us see the room and then we'll send you all the products and how to install it yourself type of thing. Rather than like coming in and doing the install, so it's like half the price.
Oh, yeah.
There's one service like I'm always seeing their stuff. I think it starts with like an H or something, like Havenly.
Oh,
I've never heard of that.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
That brand sounds familiar, but I don't know.
I don't think I got the name right of it, but it's something like that. It sounds good.
That's what I want Emma from Small House Big Dogs to do. Is like do design services like that.
She does a really good job. I like love that she doesn't have her house like finished the way she wants, but she's like sharing little moments of around the house and everything.
Do you guys know Kylie Kioch?
Yeah, I love her.
I love her. She just redid her daughter's nursery, and it is so cute. Like, she just incorporated way more like personal details, and like it just doesn't look just basic. It looks like
and her house. Her house is so cute, and I didn't realize like how small her house is. Like, her house looks perfect, and she's redoing the bathroom now, and she said they all share that bathroom. Yeah, so, like, her house has one bathroom, and probably
I think that's the only bathroom that had a bathtub or something. She said.
Oh, okay,
but still, that's probably like a half bath or something.
House stuff makes me excited and motivated.
Oh, I thought it was Joe again. I was about to
know. Dude, I was like, Joe. No, it's just Rosie. She just let herself in.
She doesn't know the closed door policy.
Yeah, she does not respect She's just so cute. I can't handle it.
She's like, want to meet.
We call her like an egghead when she like wakes up from a nap and like her ears are kind of like pinned back and she's like tired. The cutest thing in the whole wide world. We're like I'm like really gonna try not having her on the bed.
Is she like having that? Like I could not do that.
We have a blanket that we can like put on the bed. She like this morning when I left for my workout, Joe put the blanket and she just like melted into him and just like fell asleep. So cute.
Aww. So maybe she'll just learn like when the blanket's on.
Yeah, when the blanket's on, she can hop up. But I just want to keep these sheets very, very nice.
No, like literally, if Cameron is sitting up in bed and Sadie can't lay on her memory foam pillow behind him, she hops off the bed, whines, and like I always think she needs to go out to pee, and then I open the door and it's nope, she just is waiting for someone to get up so then she could go lay on her memory foam pillow.
Oh my god,
like so they're cute. So spoiled.
She's like never been allowed to like sleep with us in our bed.
Yeah, so she's probably.
But she loves her cuddle time, like in our bed with us.
That's so cute.
I hope that I was just thinking like this podcast wasn't like helpful for anybody to manifest or create their vision boards or anything, but maybe
I feel like it was
some like inspiration for their goals and stuff. Yeah.
Maybe we could like post these questions too.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Because I think these are really great questions.
Yeah, good
to like reflect on.
Yeah, I think it's good for everyone to sit down at the end of the year, beginning of the year, whatever, and just reflect kind of and go over everything. That's something me and Cameron always do too. We like make it a date night, like we'll do it this week or next week or something, and we do like couple goals and reflect on the year and things we want to change and whatnot for next year. It's like very helpful.
That is good. I like that.
So hopefully we helped you guys, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think even just like talking through these different things too, it just like helps to kind of like expand your mind of like, oh, I didn't really like think about that as like a goal or like an intention.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed listening, and we're just so thankful that you've been listening whenever you started listening. If you've this might be your first episode, or maybe you've listened to them all, but whatever it is, we're very, very thankful, and it's so cool that we are wrapping up our first year, even though it's been 6 months. But still, it's very exciting. So just thank you for being along for the ride, and we're excited for season 2.
Yes.
I'm really
so excited. I hope you guys all have a good new year.
Yeah. Have fun. Ooh,
we love you.
I just thought about Devon getting a midnight kiss.
I know.
I'm gonna go out to the bars.
2023. Devon's gonna have her kiss.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Devon's gonna meet the love of her life on New Year's Eve.
Oh my god.
This New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Oh god, no.
You have to go out for that to happen. Neither do I. It's always disappointing. Yeah. I've never had an actual good New Year's Eve, I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, hope you had a good New Year's. Hope you enjoy your New Year's. We'll see you next year with season 2. We'll be back and have some new topics, new people, new things ready for you. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you catch up on whatever episodes that you haven't listened to yet while we're taking a little 2-week break. Catch up on everything, and we'll see you next year. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. We just finished our first year.
You know, that's like at least 30 hours of us talking.